Good morning, duelists. It is Jake Yaten here. Good evening, duelists. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. It's Tuesday, July 16th. This is Jake Yaten here, and I am so excited to get into everything that we have planned for this evening. So, in today's episode, we're going to be discussing um, three different things. We're going to be discussing here um, um, WCQ, the next Blast promo, and then these two little guys down here. Then we're going to play a deck that could be fire or we could crash and burn. Puns intended. But first, please share this live stream, subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'm trying to grow this channel, all these channels, as much as possible. So wherever you find me, I am on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and Twitter live right now, and I will be for the rest of the evening. So let's get right into the first story. We're gonna actually talk about. Oops, I did not mean to hit that. We're gonna actually talk about the uh, the North American WCQ just got done, and I watched most of it. I had a lot to do throughout the day, so I definitely wasn't able to watch it as much as I wanted to, but it is what it is. So um, I want to go through some of the deck lists here. There was a lot of Ryziel Mitsurugi, um, just generic stuff, and then there was also a fair amount of Malice. So when it comes to the WCQ, so just so you you know, the first there second, yeah, because I remember it was a Malice versus a Ryziel. Yes, yeah. So the first deck list here is just a very generic um, Malice deck. There wasn't too much in here that was really different, except for the detonator. Where is it? Megalomorph, I believe it is. The Megalomorph was there, which was really interesting to actually watch because in the middle of the game he randomly gets detonator on the field. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of funny to watch it happen. But yeah, and then Mitsurugi Ryziel was pretty common. Then we had another Mitsurugi Ryziel, and that was kind of it. It wasn't really that exciting. Friday's coverage was not that exciting just because there wasn't much to really happen. Um, but then you go down to the actual North American WCQ, the actual tournament, and Orcus. Now we got to talk about this. The finals, if you haven't watched it, go watch it on like Joshua Schmidt, his channel. It is the funniest and craziest match you'll ever see. Game one, I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. So game one, um, they oh, hold on a second. I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulties. Huh. So game one, uh, Willie, who ends up winning, loses to Malice. Malice just does what Malice does. They end up losing. Game two, though, is very interesting because game two, Willie opts to go second, and it throws off Andrea. I um Tita's sorry, I'm really bad with names. His whole game, and he didn't side deck correctly, and it was pretty great actually. It was wild. And then game three, Willie's able to pull a game kind of out of his ass in a way, and World Tower took it for the win. So it was a wonderful match. It was really funny to watch. And then we had Shadol Gemini. I did watch the deck profile on this, and it was a pretty interesting game plan. You look in here, and he has a lot of board breakers. I mean, you have Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm. You have three Forbidden Droplet. You have three Shadil fusions, which are also board breakers. You can say Protoss is a board breaker as well. Then you have all the Gem Knights. So fourth was Malice. I'm not really gonna cover the Malice too much because they're pretty standard. I keep getting a notification. So 1 second, please. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, sorry for that. And then we have Mitsurugi. And then you have so I do want to talk about Omniat Ryziel. It's a really weird deck if you've never played it before. So basically they're just able to spam out rank fours like crazy. It's actually crazy how much they're able to spam out rank fours. The gist of the deck is basically just to get as many rank fours out as you possibly can. You are able to hand loop, which I can maybe show one day, but yeah, you are able to hand loop, which is pretty insane. It is pretty nasty when they get it off. Vanquish Soul. So this is what was really actually interesting to me was the 8th place. The Vanquish Soul. I mean, this deck, if you're not aware, is near tier 0 in the OCG. And it's gonna remain that way. When it gets to the TCG, mixed with K9, Vanquish Soul is insane because in order for Vanquish Soul to get all of their effects, they need to have certain attributes and types on the field and everything. And K9 actually perfectly matches up with Vanquish Soul. So it's actually like a match made in heaven, really. So we're gonna see a lot more Vanquish Soul and everything with the new Justice Hunter pack coming out. The second thing that I wanted to cover as well was this was announced today. It looks like there's a new card being announced for Doom of Dimensions. So it's a Regenesis God. So it's a Regenesis card, I believe. Yeah, this is a Regenesis card. 2500 attack, 2500 defense. Cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned from your graveyard by banishing 2 monsters from your graveyard with 2500 original attack or defense. You can only special summon 1 Regenesis Demiurge once per turn. This way, if this card is special summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls and or in their graveyard up to the number of banished monsters return them to the hand. You can target cards. Wait, let me read. Sorry. If this card is special summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls and or in their graveyard up to the number of banished monsters. Oh, return them to their hand. So if you have 3 banished monsters with 2500 attack, you can return those monsters in their graveyard or on the field. I want to see how much is Kashtira Fenrir. I'm just curious. I think Kashtira 25. Ooh. So Unicorn is 2500. Think about that. You could just ban it. You could just banish Unicorn for its effect, and then banish 2 Regenesis monsters, and then you're able to bounce through. That card's not bad, actually. I don't think it's bad. Monsters your opponent controls are 2500. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Once per turn, a special by your graveyard. Yeah, I mean the top comment here, you can only special summon from the grave. Meh. I disagree. I think it is good and it's easy to get into the graveyard if you have to think of all the ways to get cards into the graveyard now. It is fairly simple to get this into the graveyard, so I'm actually not too worried about it. Um, what's my thoughts on this? I already told you it. I think that this card is wonderful and it's going to do a lot of great things. So we'll see how it works out for the Regenesis. Next up is, okay, so we have Dogmanta. We have a new Dogmanta card being released. We don't know what it looks like, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go back to the WCQ really quick. So I want to check out this, and I'm gonna read some of it out loud. So let's see here. The North American completed. So let's take a look at shed a spotlight on certain cards and texts that were used. First off, I'd love to congratulate all the duelists who made day 2. Lunalight is being watched by the community as a new support from Duelist Advance has officially released and has seen play everywhere. The new wave has made cards like Kelochek better. What does Kelochek do? Okay. I don't even know what it even does. Just see what it does really fast. I don't even know. Of course it goes to the TCG player. I just wanted $1.40. Not bad. Okay. Once per turn, you can send one Lunalight monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. The name of this face-up card on the field can be treated as that monster's if it is used for the fusion material this turn. So this is a fool. So this is like an Armageddonite. If this card is sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target a polymerization in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Lunalight. Check once per turn. If this card is banished, I can activate an effect this turn. Your opponent cards cannot be effect. And it has gone up and wow, that's crazy. It was 35 cents and now it's all the way up to almost $2. That's quite the jump. Okay, so new wave of cards. And send either the new Silverhound to set up the graveyard negation effect of Lunalight Yellow Marten to return one Lunalight card you control to special summon her from the graveyard. This allows you to have access to additional materials for fusion or XYZ summons by utilizing Lunalight Masquerade to send Silverhound to trigger its effects to special summon any Lunalight from the deck. This special summon Gold Leo. Its effect lets you add one Lunalight from your deck to your hand, then discard a card. By adding Lunalight Tiger to your hand this way, you can use its pendulum effects to special summon a Lunalight monster from your graveyard. Interesting. You add a Lunalight Black Sheep instead, you can use its own discard effect. Either add one Lunalight monster from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, so okay, and then there was the Geminites that we all know. Geminite Nepram is wild, by the way. And then Santa Claus, really, it was in some of the side decks. That's really interesting. I had no idea it was in all of these side decks. That's actually really cool. I like that that's there. I mean, it obviously, I mean, it's so good in you could run that in Regenesis if you wanted to, as it has 2500 defense, but yeah, it's so good with Fiendsmith. Yeah, it works with Fiendsmith track. It activates any of. You can link summon with the Fiendsmith links to get Fiend. Yeah, so Santa Claus is pretty solid, pretty good. Next up, if like Santa Claus, Canyon Soldier, really okay. That's interesting. I want to see his deck, like really bad. Okay. Let's see this deck here. This is so funny. So is it in the side deck? Yeah, it is. Okay. So it was in the side deck. Interesting. And top deck to inflict damage. Oh, really? It's searchable through Orcust. Interesting. I did not know any of this, by the way. This is all brand new to me. So, um, sorry, I'm just waiting for something to load here. Okay, when a spell or trap is activated or a monster effect is activated while you control an Orcus Link monster, negate the activation. If you do, banish that card. Um, oh, okay, so you can banish this from the graveyard and you can add a dark machine. Okay, so you can do that. That's super funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Really quick, I just need to grant permission to Twitch to allow me to send messages through what is it called? Streamlabs? Is this just gonna keep asking me the same thing over and over again? Okay, we're all set. Okay, cool. It should be good here. Cool. Alrighty. So, where was I? Okay, I was right here. That is so funny. I did not realize that. That is so interesting. So, or oh yeah, 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 yeah. So you can tribute the Mitsurugi monsters. And then the Mitsurugis get their effects because you're you're attributing monsters for the cannon soldier. How much damage does it do? I think it's 500 damage. Yeah, that's 500 damage. That's not too bad. Um, wow. I I mean, what is the states here? I kind of do think that cannon soldier needs to get prob it. I'm not gonna say it needs to get banned, but it's definitely on the watch list. Yes, this was known. I knew this from the OCG. They're using Crush Card Virus in the OCG, even with the new effect that isn't that wonderful. Um, they are using it by tripping a dark with 1,000 and Rock of the Vanquisher or Rock Dr. Madlove, whose attack can be lower just enough, can destroy all your monsters with 1,500. After this, your opponent can destroy up to 3 cards from their deck with 1,500 or more attack. After this card resolves, my opponent takes no damage for the rest of the turn. This can be extremely useful to wipe your opponent's board and whatever cards they have that they needed to push against your setup while gaining full hand knowledge of what your opponent has. So I've been playing with Crush Card Virus in windups because um, I have a couple variants with Dark Monsters that obviously I'll show you at some point. One's with Tour Guide, the other one's with an Ignister. I don't understand why we don't play Crush Card Virus more as a game. It's wild. It's so good because yeah, if you establish a board and you can just get a small itty bitty dark monster on the field, and especially if you already gained value out of that dark monster, like I just don't understand why it's not being more utilized. Because it can clear your opponent's board of all of their big monsters and rip everything out of their hand. You just can't win in one turn, but I mean, who really? I mean, this is I do like that. Yeah, I knew this was going to be used, but it yeah. So this was actually pretty good. Was this used with Malice? that's so rude. Okay. Um, this card is insane. This card this is the straight floodgate. Um, we're gonna see a lot more Gorgon, like way more. Um, so I did like this a lot. This was a great article, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Worlds is gonna hold and what everything else is going to hold. But this was what I have been looking forward to the whole evening. Let's go. So, um, we are going to play Ryziel Volcanic. Um, basically, the way that this works is I'm just gonna read this. Um, welcome back to another CDP inspired from the cool builds from his locals, and today we're featuring the Volcanic archetype along with Ryziels. Um, we all know what Ryziels are, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so this is where Volcanics can come in. They offer unique pressures on an opponent that the standard Ryziel deck just can't do. It is true if you combo off enough with your Ryziels. If you can see this, there we go. If you combo off enough, you know, you end up on Detonator, you end up on all these, but that's kind of it. Like, you don't end up with more than just Detonator. Um, and so, um, let's see here. So you are able, so for example, if you end up reload to the graveyard via note or ice, you just unlock the threat of a volcanic and nuke them during their opponent's next turn. I mean, that is pretty funny. If I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty funny. Oh, I do like that a lot. That is a pretty good thing. So anyway, um, alrighty. So now we are going to anyway. One thing let's just get right into the deck list, and I want to play. I'm starting to run low on time tonight. Harrison, who is my baby, he is on the baby monitor right here, and he's might be awake. I might not be able to get to this tonight. All right, let's just get. Let's just see if I can play. There's no side deck. I don't need one. I'm just gonna be playing one game, like single games. So let's get right into this. So we have the Ryzel package. I'm not going to get into that. We have the Seven Tachyon package, Thrust, Imperm. This just kills hand traps. Um, okay, you need to know this. So Blaze, Accelerator, Reload. Um, this card's name becomes Tri-Blaze Accelerator while it's in the spell and trap zone. During the main phase, I can send a Volcanic card from my hand to the graveyard, and if I do, I draw a card. I can only use the effect of Blaze Reload once per turn. During the main phase, I can banish this card from the graveyard, and I can send one Volcanic card from my deck to the graveyard. Okay, next one, Volcanic Emission. Activate one of these effects. You can only use the effect of emission once per turn. Take one Volcanic monster from my deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions, but return it to the hand during the end phase. Target a Pyro monster on the field and inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Remember, Ryziel's 3000, he's 31, so um or if you targeted a monster you control, the damage is halved. So you can put up, 1500 attack or damage pretty easy. Volcanic Inferno, when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field, you can banish a pyro monster from your graveyard, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Then, yeah, so, and then Scattershot. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by the effect of a Blaze Accelerator, you can send 2 more scatter shots from your hand and or deck to the graveyard and just nuke all the monsters your opponent controls. And then this is just a Stratos. And then when you have a Volcanic Emperor, you can banish 3 Pyro monsters or a Blaze Accelerator from your face-up field and or graveyard. Wow, that's like super easy to summon. You can only special summon a Volcanic Emperor once per turn. When summoned this way, you can inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent for each banished Pyro monster, and then you can set a Volcanic Trap directly from your deck. So each time your opponent special summons a monster, you can inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. So it's pretty good there. We have our extra deck. The only things that you are really important, honestly, the Ryzeals and the Banshees. Don't worry, we're not going to Protos people. You don't got to worry about that. But it is there for us to do stuff. So let's get going. Close those out. All right. Not that helpful. Let's go to here. That's not what I wanted. Let's duel. And we're going to do a single duel. And let's get started. It's a little slow right now. We don't gotta worry about that too much right now, but it is pretty slow. Oh, good, we found one. Okay, so what do you think's gonna happen? Do you think it's like we're gonna? You think this deck's gonna be fire, or is is it probably not gonna be that great? Oh shoot, that's loud. All right, you wanna know what's a lot of fun? Is playing solo. Just saying, try it out. Oh, this is super slow tonight. Okay, quick duel. You don't always have to be playing some crazy over the top meta decks. You can play against the computer who has insane decks that are super random and there's no ban list. So that's always fun. Last game I played here, they flipped up Vanity's Emptiness out of nowhere. So let's see here. I think I'm just going to be very irresponsible and I'm just going to explode if I win the dice roll. Okay. Let's go first. Again, for all of those out there who are watching this either now or later, make sure to like, subscribe, share this, and comment on it. You can follow me at jgayton on Twitter. That would help out a lot. And yeah, just reach out to me. I want to help you. And let's get started. So set that. Wait, how can you special summon? I don't want to do that. Let's just summon him. Yeah, let's just activate Ice's effect to get X Ryziel. Oh my gosh. I love this deck. This deck is so stupid. Okay. Yep, I would like to activate it. Um, I don't even know what this card does, honestly. This card is you can target cards. If this card is sent to the graveyard, it can target a face of card and negates its effects. Oh. No, I don't really want to. So we're going to special summon a probably a Banshee. Oops. Oh, I fucked up. Excuse my language. I messed up bad there. All right. Well, we'll just activate him. We'll just detach X and sword, and we'll grab node star. We'll special summon by detaching ice. We'll special summon. We'll activate star to grab plugin. We'll set plugin there. And then we will special summon node. What does this card do? Banish a pyro from my graveyard and inflict. Okay. So we're going to not activate its effect. We're just gonna summon detonator. Should I summon Eclipse Twins? Nah. Oh wait, we can't really do that though, because then this card's dead. Ah, screw it. Whatever. I just want to activate effects for fun. Doesn't really matter what order. Draw a card. Right, set. Alright, so it's not too bad. You son of a biscuit. No? That's annoying. What does this thing do? Oh. No, I'll just wait. Because I believe... Whoa, 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 dude. Chill. Chill. Um, yeah. Let's detach star and let's just pop him. Okay. You want to activate Rise of Cross? No. Then it's the end phase. It's my turn. Just gonna go right into battle phase. I'm going to attack. And it seems like you're going to do that. And you don't need to activate any effects, and it's 2300. Can we win? If we had a Gaga Gaga, we could win. But instead, trigger a pyro and inflict damage to my opponent equal, but if it's my opponent, the damage is halved. So let's see here. I'm gonna have to get detonator up to 46. That's not gonna happen. You could Definitely go in the main phase too. You could go Ryziel. What the? Let's just do this. Let's activate. Okay, that helped me a lot. Like more than I ever thought it would. So I guess I just win. That was it. GG. Let's play one more. This deck's super fun. It's super annoying. It comes out of nowhere. It burns you. I kind of like this deck a lot. I know I just played it up against some really weird deck. Um, I kind of like this though. This is kind of fun. This is a lot of fun. Okay. All right. All right. So I lost the dice roll or rock paper scissors. Let's see what they're gonna do. I don't open hand traps, so they can do whatever they want. Wow. Okay. I want to dump Eclipse Twin. I will summon X Ryziel. I will activate X. I will grab Node. I will then special summon Sword in defense. I will then activate Sword. Sword's gonna then grab Ice because I'm gonna normal summon Ice. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Duo Drive first. Oh no! What just happened? Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna go into Duo Drive and we're gonna summon him. We're gonna activate his effects. We're gonna dump these two. We're gonna grab um let's grab Cross and I guess Star. Doesn't really matter a lot. Although I don't Star sucks. We're gonna summon Ice. We're gonna activate Ice. We're gonna grab Sword. And this is how we get in a detonator. But then we're gonna special summon Node. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna activate him by popping him, and we're gonna special summon him. And then we are going to, first things first, we're gonna go in a detonator. Nope, because it's just being weird. We're gonna go into Banshee. Okay. And then we're gonna go into detonator. And we're gonna activate detonator's effect to then grab Eclipse Twins. And then we're then gonna activate Cross. We're gonna dump Ice. Oh, I don't really like that. And this is so funny. Wow. That's crazy, dude. You can just add that thing to your hand? What the fudge? Wait, what? You can banish him, and You don't really want to do that yet, but okay, you can activate Cross, and let's just put Ice and Sword back in the deck. And it really doesn't matter the order, they're gonna get messed up anyway. Let's draw a card, and then we'll just set a bunch. Okay, I'm kind of honestly, this deck's super fun. Um, yeah, Star is not that great. Battle phase. So we're just going to attack. What the fudge is this? Okay, I'm not even going to like. I'll activate detonators, then I can pop his back row. So he loses 500. Okay. Let's just do the end phase now. Um, as for activate a card, no. We're gonna activate you. Hmm. Okay. And then we're gonna banish you, you. Oh, dude, I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. Okay, we're gonna cancel. Activate. We're gonna detach X from him. Let's just grab Volcanic. I guess we'll just add it to hand. We'll normal summon to then search another Blaze Cannon because this adds a lot more. This is footy. This is pretty ridiculous. What is it? Detonator just has one. And this would be like 1900 plus 1700. I don't think it's worth it. I'll just go into battle phase and just attack, attack, and attack. And then we'll just win on the next turn on his what on his standby phase. So on his standby phase, sure, what am I able to activate? Yep. Oh wait, no, I'm not able to win then. But I just want to, yeah, let's special summon you by just getting rid of that. Dude, this deck nuts. Boom. One. Huh. That is a fun deck. For all the people that have just joined, we are currently I'm playing with the Ryzeal Volcanic variant. So I just want to show you it really quick because I do have to log off here in just a moment. But yeah, this is what I've been testing out. It's nasty because it is so fast. You apply so much damage to your opponent so fastly. So anyway, I have to log off, but I will be back at about 8:30 to 9 o'clock tomorrow night Eastern time. So join me there. Leave me a comment, do what you need to. You can also, if you want to, you should follow me on Twitter. Here's my, you can, let me just get this here. There's my username. Go ahead, give me a follow. And give me a follow on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, whatever you're on. That would be really, really helpful. It was a pleasure playing with you tonight. Tomorrow, I'm just gonna play test here unless there's some break.